Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it is my pleasure to give you all a walk around and tour of this beautiful 2022 BMW M550i xDrive. The M550i is a M Sport package that's available for the 5 Series models, and as you can see, this one here is no different. This one, of course, does give you some M-like packaging without spending over $100,000 to get the M5 competition. This one does, of course, have 20-inch wheels with red M brake calipers. You have a M-specific steering wheel, a very nicely appointed interior, and of course, this one here does have the Cockpit Pro with the 12.3-inch instrument cluster, 12.3-inch infotainment system, and under the hood, we have a 4.4-liter 32-valve twin-turbocharged V8, producing well over 500 horsepower. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key, it's going to be your typical BMW key, and it does have a nice feel in your hands. You have your controls on this side, nothing on this side, and then you have the M badging right here, or the colors of it, I should say. You're going to have your lock, which is the BMW logo, followed by your unlock, trunk release, and your panic button. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, you have the well-known kidney grille. And as you can see, this one being the M550i, you do have it in this kind of bronze finish, which looks absolutely stunning. You have your BMW logo right on top of here, followed by a front-facing camera right there. And as we pan out a little bit, as you can see, it does give it an aggressive look. And you have your front parking sensors on this one as well. As you can see, we do have our standard LED daytime running lights with your xenon projector headlamps. And checking out your wheels and tires on this one, as you can see, we're taking a look at a set of Michelin Pilot Sport All Seasons on 20-inch wheels. In the front, they measure 245 35 R20s. And then as we come over to the back of the vehicle, as you can see, same tires, same size, but we're now looking at 275 30R20s on the rear. So you have two 45 35s in the front, two 75 30s in the rear, both of which are going to be 20-inch tires and the same Michelin Pilot Sport that we've come to see here in the M550i. Come over to the door. This vehicle does have the smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and coming to the door handle, there's a touch sensor inside. Just put your hand in and the vehicle will indicate unlocking, allowing you to jump on inside. And when you're finished, close it up, tap the button here, and one beep will indicate locking. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Black Sapphire Metallic with a black leather interior. Come over to the door panel. As you can see, you're going to have some soft touch material on top as well as out down here at the bottom. You have this full wood trim coming across the door panel itself, which looks absolutely nice. You have an aluminum door handle here, your unlock and lock switches here. You do have your two-person memory seating here. You do have your power mirror controls, power windows, your child window lock, as well as this button here, which is going to pull down all 4 windows for you. Coming down below that, you do have a steep mat pocket, followed by an area for a small cup holder, and your trunk release button is right here. Along a smart key access system, the BMW M550i does come standard with push-button ignition. By having the key fob in your pocket or within the vehicle itself, just simply put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The BMW M550i does come standard with a full leather wrapped racking pinion power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. The steering wheel itself is kind of in a very unique situation here itself because it is in the form of a M steering wheel. You don't get the typical one in this one here, as you can see. You do have a heated steering wheel function here. You have your cruise control settings and everything over on the left side. And to the right side, we do have our controls here for seat track, phone, microphone here to access certain functions, seat track, and of course this is going to be for your instrument cluster. Coming up here on the screen, we're taking a look at the 12.3-inch instrument cluster here with two main gauges. To the left, you're going to have your fuel range as well as your speedometer. To the right, you're going to have your tachometer as well as your coolant temperature. Right in the middle is going to be what BMW calls the Live Cockpit Pro. Coming over here though, we're taking a look at a 12.3-inch infotainment system, and as you can see, it does look really nice on this one. And most importantly, this one is on the xDrive 7.0 operating system. So it's one below the newest one that's out right now, which is in this case technically 8.5, but overall still it does do a pretty good job. Now, with that being said, just like all BMWs, it's going to be pretty easy to use once you get used to it. You're going to have all your submenus on the left side, navigation on this side, what's playing on the radio on top, followed by your communication at the bottom. And we can go through over here. It's going to show us our data says individual, since it was switched to the individual mode, local traffic conditions, as well as your compass and location. And then over here, you have the current date, time, weather forecast, as well as news. So starting things off here with your media, that's going to allow you to select from any of your stations, as you can see on the far left side. That's going to give you your AM radio, FM radio, as well as Sirius XM radio. You also have Spotify, Bluetooth audio, screen mirroring, mobile devices, as well as to personalize the menu. All your stations and everything are going to be right in the middle. And to the right, you're going to have things such as add to presets, or in this case, your favorites, manual search, which you can search for a station manually, recognize the title of a song or an artist that you're looking for, as well as your sound settings. With that said, if we go to those sound settings real quick, as you can see, it's going to allow us to adjust things such as our treble, bass, and balance. You can also choose from different types of how you want the sound quality to come out into the vehicle. So in this case, you can choose from studio, concert, onstage, movie theater, lounge, and then your surround intensity. As you can see, you can make that adjustment here as well. Come over here to your communication. That's where you'll be able to put your phone in, put the phone into the vehicle via the Bluetooth system, as you can see. And that's going to lead us to things such as our contacts. You have your telephone here. When you connect it, you can manage the devices and all that stuff. Come back to communication. You have mobile devices, BMW Assist, BMW Messages, as well as your personalizer menu. Coming now to our navigation system, as you can see, you have different things such as where to, my destinations, receive destinations, and then over here you have traffic information, theme map, map settings, split screen, and then last but not least, you do have your settings right there, as you can see, which is pretty nice. So when we click on the navigation system itself, it's a pretty nicely well-detailed system. It does do a really good job of giving you the information that you need to see. And of course, when it expands out a little bit, it kind of gives you that full view of what to expect. You have your search bar here, home button right there, your zoom in function here, as well as your compass. Coming down to your vehicle settings, you're going to get things such as driving information, vehicle status, settings, experience modes, carrying car, driver profiles, your owner's manual, as well as regulatory notes. So starting things off here, this is going to be a comprehensive list of different things that you can know more about the vehicle itself, but also allow you to make some changes and some adjustments to kind of make it your own as far as your preferences are concerned. So starting off with your driving information, it's going to show us information about things such as our trip data, our sport displays. You have your X view, which is going to be for your all-wheel drive, energy flow there, and then driving style analysis. You do have your vehicle status here, which includes different pinpoints of things that you would be checking yourself for as far as what needs to be serviced or what may need to be serviced. It says next service vehicle inspection, September 2025. You have 4 different pinpoints here, which includes your tire pressure monitoring system, engine oil level, check control messages, as well as required services. As you can see, if you go through each and every one of them, tire settings is going to allow you to see what your tire pressure monitoring system is like and how much PSI is in your tires, as well as the tire temperature. Engine oil level is going to show us our engine oil measurement, as well as to let us know as our oil level is okay. You do have your required services. As you can see, it's going to kind of break things down for you as what needs to be done, such as the vehicle inspection, emissions inspection, brake fluid, engine oil, as well as a general vehicle check. And then check control messages. There are no entries or no faults have been detected, which is always a good thing to see. Coming down to settings here, this is where, hold on, let me go back. Let's go back to our settings real quick. This is where we'll be able to kind of go through and kind of change up, like I said, different things that you'll be able to kind of make as your own, basically your preferences. So you have general settings, driving mode, exterior lighting, driver assistance, as well as your displays. Coming to general settings here, you're going to have things such as your date and time, language, your personal assistant, units of measurement, sound, as well as gesture control, which this one has, your touchpad, driver attention camera, pop-ups, as well as getting started. And then vehicle settings itself includes your speed warning, fatigue and focus alert, as well as your engine sound. Data and devices include your data privacy, mobile devices, and others, which include your remote software upgrade, as well as to reset vehicle data. Coming to your drive mode here, which as you can see, that's going to allow you to select from either your sport individual, which is going to allow you to set different, or not in this case here, you can select from sport individual or eco pro individual. And your driver dynamics over here is going to allow you to select from any of these different functions here, whether you want to have it in like normal or eco pro or sport. So as you can see, dampening, steering, engine, transmission, and all that stuff. Coming over here to your exterior lighting, you can adjust the driving one-touch turn signal, comfort, as you can see here, such as your welcome and goodbye, as well as door handle lights. You do also have your driver assistance, as you can see there, which includes your safety and warnings, driving, parking and maneuvering, as well as steering wheel feedback. You also do have your displays here, which as you can see, you have your heads-up display, instrument panel, control display, as well as your driving mode view, which is pretty nice to see. Which now leads us to our next thing that we accidentally went to first, which is our experience modes. So you have executive, expressive, as well as well-being. We're going to keep it in executive because I think that just looks a whole lot cooler. With that being said, come back to our car. You have your owner's manual, driver profiles, which you can set up your driver profile in here. Care in car basically is going to allow you to, it says here, the 3-minute Vitalize program invigorates the driver with climate control, light and music. And then you have a relax setting here, which of course is going to allow you to kind of give you some aspects here and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. And as you can see currently, it's kind of massaging my seat, which is very nice to see as well. Pretty nice to see and pretty cool. And then again, driver profiles we just went through. Owner's manual is going to allow you to consult your owner's manual throughout the vehicle, as well as your regulatory notes. So overall, pretty cool to see that. Moving on here to our apps. You have different apps here, which includes your installed apps such as My BMW, BMW Assist, BMW Messages, Software Information, Amazon Alexa. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, as well as your BMW Store. And as we scroll down here, you have your experience modes that we just went through, your climate control rules, as well as your software information. And so, with that being said, that's going to wrap it up here for the infotainment system portion here in the BMW M550i xDrive. Now, before we move any further, this vehicle, of course, does come standard with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Put it to reverse, you have a nice backup camera with guidance lines, and they do adjust as you turn the wheel. You also have that audible warning that just went off, letting you know that you are behind a vehicle or someone might be behind you. You have these little warning things right here, which come into handy really well. You also have your 360 camera here, which is very nice. You also have your backup assistant, camera image, as well as automatic parking because of the parking sensors in the back. And then you have your camera settings, which is pretty nice to see. And so with that being said, we will be moving on to the next thing here in the vehicle. Which brings us down here to our climate controls. As you can see, you do have your hazard light right here. You do have your controls here for your audio, such as your different preset stations, band, mode, seat track, volume knob here. Come below that is where you'll find your climate control settings. You have your dual zone setup here, fan speed, as you can see, for the front and front passenger, heated and cooled seats for the front and front passenger as well. Menu for the climate controls, and of course you have max AC, max airflow, and all that stuff here, and the same over here as well, sync and recycling. With that being said, coming down here to the bottom, we do have a wireless phone charging pad right there, followed by 2 cup holders. You do have your 8-speed transmission here. You do have your drive mode selector here, which includes Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. You have your parking sensors here, as well as your camera. And on this side, you have this little control knob, which you'll be able to control everything on the screen from here, or you can definitely use the touchscreen if you want. You have shortcut buttons here, which includes your media, communications, menu, map, navigation, a back button, as well as your options. You have your electronic parking brake here, followed by your auto hold. Come over to the glove compartment here. Decent amount of storage space inside with a USB port. This one being the M550i, you are going to be getting these quilted seats, which are superbly comfortable, and they do hold you in place really well. I like the way that the materials look, and the piping on the side here does add a nice touch. Overall, I really do think that the seat looks great, and I'm glad that BMW has done a great job by making these seats as comfortable and as useful as they are. Come over here to your glove box. It is going to be dampened, lined with felt, and you have a decent amount of storage space inside. We have a window sticker here, which we'll go through at the end of the video. Some more of that full wood stitching, or the full wood material here, followed by some soft touch material on top of here. You do have controls here, or not controls, you do have your mirror here, and then you have your controls up here for your sunroof, as well as your SOS. You do have your overhead lights right here, and the controls for that right here. You do have a visor here with a mirror, as well as a light on top. And then as we come over to the left side, we have our gauge number switches, parking sensor information here, as well as your headlight controls. And so with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and continue the tour of the 2022 BMW M550i xDrive. Coming into the back, materials do fall through in the M550i, and as you can see, they look really nice in here. You're going to have two seat pockets, one on this side and one on that side. You have your rear controls here for your vents right here, heated rear seat controls. You have two USB-C ports at the bottom, followed by an outlet right next to it, and right on above it is going to be a little storage area. Follow that up with a powered armrest, as well as two cup holders. You also have your privacy shade right here. And you also have a privacy shade in the back as well. Coming to the cargo area of the BMW M550i, this is why you'll buy the 5 Series over something like a 3 Series, and that's because you actually have more space in this one here. And as you can see, while it does give you that deeper opening, you're looking at right around 14 cubic feet of space, which is a little on the small side, but it does look pretty big for what you're getting yourself into. You do have your carpeted mats here, and as we open up underneath, if we can, well, it's not going to allow me to, but there's probably a fix-a flat kit and all that there. Over here, you do have some storage on that side, as well as on that side as well. And when you're finished, tap the button, and it will close on automatically. As we take a look at the rear of the M550i, you have your LED taillights, BMW badge, xDrive badge, followed by your M550i badge on the right. Some exhaust action. And you also have your rear parking sensors, as I mentioned earlier. Under the hood of the BMW M550i, we're taking a look at a 4.4-liter twin-turbocharged 32-valve V8. It produces 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be made to a 8-speed automatic transmission, and this one here is all-wheel drive. Alright guys, so back in the BMW M550i, let's go ahead and let's go over this vehicle's window sticker. (2022) BMW M550i xDrive sedan. These are standard features that come with the vehicle. And And as we make our way over to our options list, this vehicle does have an MSRP starting out at $76,800. You have the black Napa leather interior for $1,000. You have the driver assistance pro package for $1,700, which does include your active driving assistant pro, which is going to be your adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, and stuff like that. Parking assistant package, that's going to be $800. That's going to be your drive recorder, active parking distance control, as well as your parking assistant plus. Executive package, which does include that gesture control feature, that's for $1,900. You do have the adaptive M suspension for $190, heated steering wheel for $950. You have the power DC mount, the power tailgate, the front and rear heated seats for $350. You do have the leather dashboard for $700. The front massaging seats for $1,000. You have the front ventilated seats for $500. And that is it, with the exception of the destination charge of $995. Total MSRP when this vehicle was new with options came in at $86,885, or let's say about $20,000 to $25,000 less than what you would pay for a comparable M5 competition. Fuel economy for this vehicle comes in at 17 city, 25 highway, and 20 combined. So in conclusion, the BMW M550i is essentially just a more affordable version of the M5 competition. And while it may not have that over 600 horsepower engine under the hood, this one has over 500 horsepower, and that V8 sounds really strong, and it sounds really good as well. So with that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour. 2022 BMW M550i xDrive, finished off here in Black Sapphire Metallic with the black Napa leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.